Chris Rossetti here with Jess Quinn. It's our first edition of the Coach The Scribe, where we break down your Friday night basketball game in the KSAC. Jess, Keystone 30-point win over Karn City tonight. What did you see that Keystone was doing so well tonight?
They really pushed the pace early in the first half. They played phenomenal defense. Alex Rapp, he deserves a ton of credit, along with the rest of the Keystone defense, keeping Chase Bailey, who is a fantastic player, keeping him pretty much in the first half. Very, very limited shots. The shots he got were not very good. And then they took advantage. They pushed the pace early. And then, of course, Mark Rick hits 4 threes, which really expanded. That was early in the second quarter.
I look at this game, and you come down here, you play in Karn City. As a coach, this is not an easy place to play on the road, and to come out with a 30-point win has to do wonders early in the season for your team's confidence.
Well, I think so. You look at the first half. Keystone was against the ropes in foul trouble, and yet had a 20-point lead. So you're playing in a hostile environment. It's early in the season. You really haven't played that well. You heard Lauer talking earlier about turnovers and missed shots, and I thought they cleaned that up very well. Coach Heath, I guarantee at halftime was in and said, let's work for a better quality shot. We don't need to fall in love with the three. And if you watch that second half, they worked the ball. They weren't stalling. They were just working for a high percentage shot, and they would get it from Lauer, from Johnson, all those guys cutting back door, beautiful no-look passes. And that got the job done.
I felt like early on Chase Bailey was maybe trying to do it too much. That with Nate Waltman still out with the injury, that a lot of it fell on Chase. Felt like a lot of it fell on his shoulders, which is just natural for a younger player, still a junior. I did think that as the game progressed, though, Karn City did a little better job spreading the ball out. Micah Rupp, however it's pronounced, we thought he was a really nice freshman. One of the better freshmen that I've seen in this league in a long time from what we saw tonight.
Offensively and defensively. He ran the floor well. He blocked shots. He rebounded well. He got putbacks. But he also made some nice passes. I think, you get Nate Waltman back, and those two guys on the inside with Chase on the outside, I think they're going to be phenomenal. But looking at what Keystone did tonight, you look at that score sheet, you across the board, it was kind of tough to pick a hair player of the game because they played great team basketball. And again, that's Coach Heath.
If you're Coach Chris Bellis now at this point, what do you take from this game? What's the teaching moment that happens in practice come either tomorrow or Monday?
I was thinking about that earlier, and this isn't Chris's first rodeo. Coach Bellis has been here a long time. He'll take that team, he'll look at film, he'll look at what they did well, he'll kind of emphasize what they, kind of erratic or sporadic play in the first quarter that really let Keystone get that lead, and he'll clean some of those things up. If Chase is going to drive the way he is, they have to get better on the offensive glass early in the game to keep them in the game. But he's going to do that. He's going to break down that film, and he's going to say, look, this is what we're doing well. This is what we need to improve on. Some of their passes weren't as crisp, but he'll get them ironed out.
Is Keystone the favorite now in the KSAC South?
After what I saw tonight, absolutely.
They may have been the favorite going into the season, but they might have cemented that with this performance tonight. This was an impressive performance, and especially coming off of a really tough game against Clarion, where they could have lost that game. They find a way to win, and then they just seemed like they took the momentum that they gained late there and just let it carry over tonight.
Well, looking at that, that's exactly right. Coach Heath had them in the gym, one day since then, and they really ironed it out. They played better team basketball, I thought, than in over the weekend and then against Clarion. I thought Clarion came out and played a really nice defensive game against Keystone. However, Keystone looked really, really sharp tonight on both ends of the floor.
Well, Jess, thanks for joining me here after this game. Another big win by Keystone, 30 points, 71-41 final score here from Karn City High School. Until the next edition of the Coach The Scribe, this is Chris Rossetti saying good night. Thanks, sir.
All right.